Hi Crusaders, I'm Addison Hama.
And I'm Jayden Serrano. Welcome back to this week's broadcast.
Spring sports are in full force and the track is busy every day with our hard-working track and field athletes. Ty gives us intel on how the team is doing. Ty?
Hey Crusaders, my name is Ty Fox from FLNN, and it's a busy weekend. There is newcomers and high cotters for track, and today we're going around asking students and coaches how they feel and how they prepare for big meets. Let's go! There are over 100 athletes running track at Faith Lutheran this year. The boys are 2022 to 2023 state champs, while the girls are 2022-2023 runner-ups. Both boys and girls are working to get back to state and bring a title home. Come help support your Crusaders as their next home meet comes up April 3rd, April 23rd, and May 3rd. As a captain, how do you feel about this team this year?
I feel like we're doing pretty good. It is still the beginning of the season, but I feel like we're doing pretty good and decent.
As a previous state champ, what are your pre-meet routines?
The first thing I usually do is make sure I get a good night rest, and I just make sure I warm up very well.
Do you plan to run track in college?
Yes.
What is your goal?
My goal is to PB in all my events and win state.
I'm Jaylen. I'm winning the 400, and I'm extremely nervous.
How you feel? How are you preparing your athletes for the upcoming season?
Well, we've been prepping for a couple months now. Track work, weight room work, mental work, whatever we need to do.
What is your overall goal for this team?
Boys finished first in state last year. We'd like to repeat that. Girls finished top 2. We'd like to repeat or improve.
It's a long journey to state. What does it take from the athletes to get this far?
Work hard, stay eligible.
It seems like our Crusaders are ready for the season and can't wait to give it their all. Whew, seems like they're pretty gassed, and so am I. I'll catch you back in the studio.
Thanks, Ty. Our boys lacrosse team is also coming off to a successful start this season. Alex tells us more.
Hey Crusaders, my name is Alex Rogers with the FLNN. The boys lacrosse season is underway and the boys have high hopes of a state championship this year. Let's go around and interview the coaches and players and see what they have to say about the season. How has the start of the season been going for the team so far?
We're starting a little slow, but I feel like we're going to pick it up pretty soon.
It's been going pretty good. We beat Centennial for our first in-season game, but we lost to Palo by 1, but we'll get our lick back.
What are your goals for the season? How do you think you guys can get there?
Definitely win state. I think we're going to get there by practicing hard and giving our all whenever we do.
What are your goals for the season? How do you think you guys can get there as a team?
To win the rest of our in-league games and win the state championship, and I think we can get there by just playing together and being a brotherhood and stuff, you know.
How has the start of the season been going so far for your team this year?
Yeah, in the wins and loss columns, it isn't necessarily where we want to be, but we've had a really tough beginning of the season schedule. We've played some really formidable opponents and kind of tested our luck against some out-of-state teams. So, one thing I do think we're doing well is we're coming together as a team. We're learning from a lot of mistakes that we're making early on, and hopefully we make these mistakes early on and not later in the season.
What is the key to your guys' success this year?
It's kind of a loaded question, but honestly, I think it's just our team coming together as one. We've got some talented guys on our team, and we've got a roster that's pretty stacked up and down. But the reality is, if we can't come together as a team, if we can't come together as a brotherhood, we're in for a long season. But I think we're working in the right direction. So I guess to answer your question is the relationships that we build and the brotherhood that we can kind of gain throughout the year. That's the ticket there.
Wow, it sounds like the Crusaders are going to have a promising season and bring home a state championship. I'm Alex Rogers with the FLNN, signing off.
Thanks, Alex. Between spring sports, spring break and graduation are around the corner. It feels like there is so much going on around campus.
I know, right? But I'm by far the most excited for prom, especially because of the location. Lindley tells us what the night will hold at the Mom Museum. Lindley?
Hi, I'm Lindley Amick, and in just about 2 months, Faith Lutheran is going to be holding its prom here at the Mom Museum, and people are already starting to prepare. Let's go check it out.
What do you think about prom being held at the Mom Museum this year?
I'm pretty excited. The history there is pretty interesting, and I'm pretty excited to learn about all that stuff.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
What do you think will be different about this prom than last year's prom?
You know, I think since I'm a senior, all my friends, you know, they're excited to be, like, going to prom. And this last prom, like, just got to get that done.
I didn't go to prom last year, but probably.
What went into the decision-making process for choosing a prom venue this year?
So we have been kind of thinking about it since last year. We've made a list of like potential venues, and then one day, I think we had the day off, I think it was Labor Day weekend, we went and toured the 4 top prom venues, and the first one we toured, which was the Mom Museum, was the most like, we didn't even really have to go to the last 4 or the last 3 because it was just that good. So
how do you think the Mom Museum will like elevate the prom experience for students this year?
So the Mom Museum allows students to kind of choose what they want to do. So if they want to like not dance the whole time and they won't have to dance the whole time, and they have the whole like top 3 floors of the museum, so like walk around and explore, but also the experience of the dancing, where the dancing is going to be really cool because it's in the courtroom and there's a bunch of really cool lighting that they can do, so it kind of lets people do more than just dancing, which is something that is really important at bigger social events.
I don't know about you guys, but I sure am excited to have prom here. This has been Lindley Amick, back to you.
Thanks, Lindley. Wow, the year really has gone by so fast. With prom just weeks away, it'll be the end of the school year before we know it.
Right? I wonder how college acceptance is going for seniors right now. I've heard that schools have been pretty selective this year. Miley gives us some more insight on what college acceptance was like this year. Miley?
Hey Crusaders, I'm Miley V from the FLNN. I'm no senior, but I know seniors are having a lot of trouble figuring out where they want to go for the next 4 years. Some people have already decided. Let's go find out where they're going.
Where are you committed to?
Concordia, Nebraska.
I'm committed to Chapman University.
Why did you choose that school?
I chose Chapman because the area around it is really, really pretty, and it's like 15 minutes from Disneyland, and the campus is really, really nice, and it has my major.
I wanted to go to a Christian university, and it's also cheap.
What advice do you have for people choosing?
Somewhere that you're happy. You should definitely go visit campuses and see if you like the campus life, because if you're not somewhere you want to live, it's probably not somewhere you want to go.
If you're in between like a couple colleges, I say write out a pro and con list, and then you highlight your really bad negatives and circle your really good pros, and then you'll be able to see like which is better.
What's the most important thing for someone to consider when picking a college?
The most important thing I'm going to say is fit, making sure that you have a cultural compatibility with the college, because not every college is for every student. You have colleges that are like your Big Ten schools or your Power 5 schools where there's this big college experience, big athletics, large student body, over 30,000 students, and some students feel more comfortable in an environment what's going to be a little bit smaller, maybe school with 5,000 to 6,000 students, so that they can find themselves. So it's really important to figure out the right fit culturally of the college that you're trying to look for.
And what advice do you have for people starting to apply soon?
For those applying soon, which I'm going to probably talk about the juniors, first thing is to sign up for our college boot camp, which is going to be in this May, and we'll run it again in August, where we're going to go over how to approach your personal statements, how to select the best schools for you. We're going to talk about scholarships, NCAA, everything that you need to know to kickstart the application process. So if you're a junior, planning to go to college, come to our boot camp, and you'll be set on the right track.
Man, that sounds stressful. I know I'm not looking forward to applying soon. Good luck to all the seniors. I'm Miley V with the FLNN. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Miley. And good luck to all seniors still waiting on college acceptances. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week, Crusaders. I'm Jayden Serrano.
And I'm Addison Hama.
God bless.